Don't pray for luck. Design your own luck. Rockefeller proved it in the 38 letters to his son. In this video, you will learn how to craft your own luck, how to manufacture and create your own luck, how to increase the surface area upon which luck lands upon, and how you can apply this to your life and to your personal brand and to your business. And if you stay till the end, I will give you a template from Rockefeller himself on how to apply these 38 principles into your life and into your business. So the book I'm going to be talking to you about today is the 38 letters of John D. Rockefeller. These were the letters that he wrote to his son. This book is so good that I read the Kindle version, the e-version of the book, and I bought a physical version of the book. So let's get into it. Number one, Rockefeller on agency and independence. Here's what he said. He said, God gave us feet so we can walk on our own. Next point, he said that we are equal before God, and under the law, we are all equal. But economically, we are not all equal. He said, don't expect economic equality in the world. The way to have economic superiority is to put in the work. He said, your destiny is determined to a very large extent by your actions and not by your origins. Well, that's very, very powerful, because he said you are in control of the action, but the outcomes you are really not in control of. He speaks a lot about self-reliance, about relying on your capacity and relying on yourself, because he believes that a stationary car does not get help. It is a car that is on the move that gets help. Next, Rockefeller on luck. He said luck is the remnant of design. Oh! I thought that was powerful. He said, luck is the remnant of design. In other words, you can craft your own luck. He said, luck is created by action and not chance. You know, I sort of believe this in a way. I believe that there are certain actions that you and I will take. We will increase the surface area upon which luck lands upon. Let me give you an example. I am currently doing sales training for a company for 90 days. I started a contract this month, and it's going to take me till December. I get paid a retainer fee, and then if the company hits their sales target, I will get a percentage from the upside. How did I get the job? I was telling the staff of the company today. I sent the CEO of the company a DM, because I send 30 DMs every single day. Now, by sending 30 DMs every single day, what am I doing? I am literally increasing the surface area upon which luck lands upon. Now, the man agreed. I've started the work, but about 29 other people did not agree. Did you get what I just said? So by sending out 30 DMs, my surface area that luck lands upon will disproportionately increase. Does that make sense to anybody? That is why he said luck is a remnant of design. He said nothing happens without action. He said, there's a quote he said in the book that was very, very powerful. He said, anything can happen, but nothing can happen without action. That is powerful. Now, if you look at it this way, we live in a world of cause and effect. The money in your bank account, to a very large extent, and the money in my bank account is an effect. There are things that cause that money to happen. Now, the effect, you and I cannot really control. But the cause, you and I are in control of that. The action, look at it, the effect of me doing a sales training for this company now from now till December. So I'm booked. They're paying me every single month from now till December. That's an effect. But what caused it was that I was sending the DM every single day. And if I want those kinds of effect every time in my business, what do I need to do? I must double down on the cause, which is the DM, making the DMs better. That's why I say luck is created by action and not by chance. He said luck is a remnant of design. If you go to a conference, right, and you meet somebody there that changed your life, by going to that conference, you have disproportionately increased the odds that luck lands upon you. Does that make sense to anybody? That is Rockefeller on luck. Rockefeller on goals. And remember this book? Remember the episode 220 of 221 of the Paul Full podcast, when I was talking about the books that inspired Femi Otedola? He said Rockefeller was one of the books that inspired him. This was a letter he wrote to his son. Later on, I'm going to do his biography at some point. This is his biography. This is the most powerful biography of him. But right now is a letter he wrote to his son. This book is so good that at a point I was reading each letter to my sons every night before they go to bed. Rockefeller on goals and focus. Now, if you want to have a structure on how to apply these principles, I've got something for you. I've put together what I call a bundle. In that bundle, you will have 2 of my books, 15 Simple Ways to Sell Anything to Anyone and Irresistible, exactly how to attract and retain your ideal customer. In that bundle, you have 2 of my webinars on sales and marketing that people pay $300 attend, but you're going to get all of that at next to nothing. All right. In that bundle as well, you are going to get my book review link. I read over 30 books every year, but right now I've reviewed about 21 of those books, and you're going to have those books in that same bundle. So click on the link in the show note, the first link in the show note, to get that bundle. That bundle could have cost like $300, but you're getting it for next to nothing. So take advantage of it now before I reverse it to its original price. Let's continue. Rockefeller on goals and focus. He said, the first condition is that you must know what you want. He said, the second condition is that you must know the resources that can help you get what you want. Very, very important. And some of those resources, he said, is relationships. Next, he said, I love what he said. He said, one opportunity gives birth to another opportunity. My goodness. In psychology, some people call it the Matthew effect. The Matthew effect is when Jesus said that he that has more will be given to him. So what that means is that if you get an opportunity and you do a great job at that, you will most likely get more opportunities. If you think about it, in every industry, it is the best of the best that gets all the juicy opportunities. Have you thought about it? The same opportunity comes to the people because he that has more will be given to that person. So position yourself as a person that already has. Did you get that? Did you get that? Did you get that? That's critically important. One opportunity leads to another opportunity. He said big goals inspire big actions, but small goals will create a small life. I mean, this guy was a voracious goal set. Now, this is important. I was telling somebody something today in a coaching session, a client of mine, and we were setting her sales goals. And she set the sales goal for, was it like a particular million, right? Then I said to her to increase it. She was a bit surprised. And I told her why. I said, because if you set your sight on the moon, you may not get to the moon, but you will get to the, if you set your sight to the stars or in the moon, but you may not get there, but you get close there. Here's what happens. If you 10x your goal, right? If you make your goal bigger than expected, right? And you really commit to it, you may not get that specific figure, but guess what? You'll be very, 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 very far from where you were coming from. You know why? The moment you commit to a big goal, your thinking will change. Your actions will change. The things you attempt will change. The kind of people you hang out with will also change because you have expanded your circle of possibilities. That's why I say set a big goal. He said small goals will inspire small actions, but big goals will inspire big actions. If you set a big goal, you will put out 2 pieces of content every single day, Monday to Friday. That will be 10 pieces of content. That is 40 pieces of content a month. If you put out 40 pieces of content a month with a call to action, most likely you will get somebody that will make an inquiry about your business. And if you are good at making the closing sales on the phone or on the DM, you will close some sale and you put some money in your pocket. He said next, he said plan to succeed. He said second place is as bad as last. He said plan to succeed. Expect to succeed. Expect to succeed. He said, expect greatness and work daily towards it. I mean, can you imagine a father writing this kind of letter to his son? What kind of son do you think it would be? A father taking a pen. And I remember in those days, there's no laptop to type. He was writing this letter painstakingly with his pen and sending this letter to his son. This is a very powerful thing. And also to all of you right now watching, right, even if you don't have a child, and if you have a child, you can start documenting things because one day you will get old, you get up to 90 years and you will leave this earth. It will be good that your children have something to look at. Did you get that? I think it was Steve Jobs used to send emails to himself. They have published those emails and they turned it to a book. Yeah. So it is important that you do that. He said, rely on God and yourself. He said, depend depend and rely on God and yourself. Who are you depending on? Who are you relying on? He said, the Bible says, I will look up to the hills from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord who made it the heaven and the earth. Rely on God as if you can't walk, and walk so hard as if you don't have any God to rely on. It's very, very important. He said, nobody cares more about your affairs than you. People don't really care. Yes, they're not evil, but they have their lives to live. People do not really care. They don't really care. So put your attention on yourself. Action solves everything. I tell people all the time, if you set yourself a goal, take action every single day, no matter how small it is. Speaking about action, if you've not clicked on the subscribe button, if you are watching this on YouTube, please click on the subscribe button. If we hit 10,000 subscribers, I'm going to do a live YouTube live for all of you to ask questions for me. All right, so click on the subscribe button if you've not hit the subscribe button. Write a comment, tell me what you are learning and how you are enjoying these book reviews. All right, so we're going on a journey together. And again, if you want to have a tactical way of how to use the lessons of the book that I have used to grow my business, I put that in a PDF. It's in a combo. It has my book, 15 Simple Ways to Sell Anything to Anyone, and Irresistible. I've sold over 10,000 copies of my books. All right. In that, I showed you how to sell books or any digital product. In the bundle as well, you have my webinar. I did 2 webinars on sales for 5 hours per day, which is 10 hours. You get all of that for next to nothing. Somebody that attended my webinar sold a property for $70,000. $70,000. Yes. So based on what they learned. So you're going to get all of that for next to nothing. So click on the link in the first link in this YouTube video and get that bundle. So let's go ahead. He said, you are judged by your actions and not your ideas. See, nobody cares about the idea that you have. What people care about is, have you shipped the idea? You see, an imperfectly shipped product idea is better than a product that you think about day and night. Nobody will pay you for a product, a service, a digital product that you have not released into the market. It is better that you release into the market. People buy, then they tell you that you need to adjust this, you need to adjust that, because action gives you feedback. Action is a feedback mechanism. Even the Bible said, Jesus said, he said, as they went, they were healed. As they went, they were healed. It is in the doing that you get feedback and data. Really, action taking gives you free research analysis to improve on the product. Next, he said, if you wait for perfect conditions, you will wait forever. You know, some of you are waiting for perfect conditions and you're waiting forever. I don't have a camera as I'm shooting this video. I'm shooting this video on my laptop and I use an app called Riverside to record it directly. Some YouTubers have big camera. I do not have a camera. I shoot all the videos that you're seeing on my laptop and on my iPhone. Some of you have a more modern iPhone than I have. Please tell me in the comment section, what is the model of this iPhone? Because I do not even know. Some people have iPhone 17. And I'm looking at people, they went to buy the new iPhone, but they've not created even wealth with the current phone that they have. Your problem is not a lack of resources. Your problem is a lack of resourcefulness. You do not have a problem of resources. You have a problem of resourcefulness. A resourceful person is a growth mindset person. A resourceful person will do a lot with what they have. There are many people that have accomplished a lot with the stage that you are right now. You guys have to be resourceful. Resourceful people, they figure a way out. They give themselves what I call the burden of necessity to perform. Have you ever seen this? Have you ever watched those movies or whatever where a dog is chasing someone who is on the big side and the person scaled the fence and the person got down from the other under the fence and they say, how did they even do it? They did it because there was a necessity to perform. And a lot of times, the best place to get the necessity to perform is when you connect your goals to helping members of your family. If you've got children, you've got a wife, you've got a mom, you need to tap into your dark emotions to connect you to the necessity to perform. Some of you go and visit your parents. You don't like the condition that they live. you should use that as a pain to push you to become all that God has called you to be. That gives what I call the necessity to perform. You get that? When we put a necessity to perform on us, we create magic, we create miracles. He said, life is a great battle. Act, again, act, and act forever. Action is very, very powerful. Next, Rockefeller on habits and discipline. He said, habits are ropes spun daily until they become unbreakable. Was it Charlie Munger or Warren Buffett said something? He said something very powerful. In fact, I have a quote collection. I like quotes a lot, so I have quotes up to 100 quotes. In fact, I will add the quotes to the bundle that I'm asking you to get. One of the things that Warren Buffett said that the actions that you take, they may be imperceptible to the eye, but on the long term, they create powerful impact on your life and on your business. You are taking daily actions now. It looks like nothing is happening. I like this quote. The quote goes like this: nothing happens, then everything happens. Nothing happens, then everything happens. And that is how this thing works. You take action every single day. That's how habits are built. He said, good habits lead upward, but bad habits lead downwards. Good habits will lead you upwards, bad habits will lead you downwards. Let me just give you a framework for habits, according to Rockefeller, but I'm just putting a modern twist to the framework for you. When you want to take a decision, ask yourself, there are two types of decisions to take. There's what we call positive asymmetry and negative asymmetry. Now look at my hands. They are asymmetrical. Asymmetry means they're not equal, right? A positive asymmetry in decision making means that the downside of that decision that you're about to take is limited, but the upside is unlimited. That's why it's a positive asymmetry. Let me give an example. If you go to the gym to work out, right, there is a downside to it. Your body will pain you. It will be stressful, but that's a downside. But that downside is limited. But what's the upside? You'll be healthier. You will feel good. After the exercise, you release endorphin into your bloodstream, the chemicals that make you feel good. You become more present to the people that you love. That is the upside. If the upside of a decision is much more than the downside, that's a good decision to take. The other type of decision is what you call a negative asymmetry in decision making. Negative asymmetry means that the downside, that means that the upside of that decision is limited, but the downside is unlimited. I'll give you an example. If you are married, for example, and you cheat on your partner, right? The upside of that cheating is limited. Yes, you had sex, but the pleasure is limited. But what is the downside? If you are caught, what's the downside? It may lead to a lost marriage. It may affect your children. It may affect your future. It may affect you even health-wise. So why take such a decision? That's why he said that look at your decisions very, very well before you take them. Man, this episode is so powerful. This is so powerful. If you've not subscribed to it, click on the subscribe button. If you are listening to this on Spotify, you can click on the subscribe button as well on Spotify. If you are listening to this on Apple Podcasts, click on the plus sign on Apple Podcasts as well, right? Great. Rockefeller on strategy. He said, dominate your industry. Don't allow threats to grow unchecked. This guy is a hard man. He said, launch offensives that block competitors. The best way to win in business is to play offense, not defense. The best defense is offense. What is offense? Offense means you are the one that's going out. You are the one that is going out. You are the one that is making the sales call. You are the one that's putting out the content. You are asking for the sale. You are going to events. You are shaking hands. You are asking. You are on the offense. People that are on the defense, they are waiting for things to come to them. No, you don't wait for things to come to you. You happen to things. You take action. You respond to the DM immediately. Some of you get inquiries in your business, but you don't respond immediately. And when you respond later, it is too late. I'm currently doing the 3-day sales training for a ghostwriting company. And I was telling their staff today, I said, you notice as your boss sends me that DM, immediately I respond because your lead to response time has got to be quick if you're going to get results. So this is a very good book. I mean, this book was written when was this book written? Let me check. When was this book written? This book was written, this was the copyright time. I'm going to check when this book was written. When was it even written? God knows when it was written. So and look at the wisdom that is on the book. I mean, if you can check, those of you who want to write a comment, check when the book was written in the comment section and write it for us, so that all of us in the community will learn. Such a great book. All right, so you want to be on the offensive, even in football. I'm not a football guy, but I understand that a good football team, those who win a lot, they are mostly on the offensive, not on the defensive. Did you get that? Next, he said, don't waste energy on irrelevant fights. Attack the big bunker. Do you know who's the big bunker? Attack the big dogs. Go for the big kill. Because these guys, they believe something, that it is the same energy you use to chase a small goal. That is the same energy you use to chase a big goal. Why don't you just chase the big goal? It's the same energy. It's the same time. It's the same you. It's just your brain that is telling you that, the smaller goal is right. The small goal will not stir your soul. Go for the big goal. Rockefeller on failure and resilience. He said, no one leads a smooth life. You live side by side failure. Oh my God, this is so powerful. I hope this encourages you. He said, nobody lives a smooth life. I heard someone say the other time, I don't know how true it is. He said, there are no straight lines in nature. And if you go to any bush or something, if you see a straight line, it was a human being that put it there. There are no straight lines. If you look at an airplane flying, it goes off course, on course, off course, on course, until it gets to the destination that it is going to. So when you face challenges in business and life, they are a feature. They're not a bug. So don't get surprised when you see. We all face challenges. We all face challenges in life. Is it painful when you're going through it? It is extremely painful. But say to yourself, when you come out of the other side, you will not remain the same again. You will become a better person. I have cried before about my life, about my business, about my children. I am emotional. Did you get that? All go through the seasons of life. And it will be very good if you have people that will go through that season with you. If you have a partner, praise God. If you are married, praise God. If you have a boyfriend, praise God. If you have a girlfriend, praise God. But don't do life alone. Don't do life in a solo way. Get people that you can be vulnerable around and talk to. Look at this guy. He's writing to his son. This is one time the richest man in the world. Did you get that? Next, he said, avoiding failure makes you weak. Facing it makes you strong. He said, failure is a test field for success. Oh my goodness. Good. I hope you guys are enjoying this. If you are enjoying this so much, click on the subscribe button if you are watching this on YouTube, on the subscribe button if you are watching this on Spotify, on the plus button if you are listening to this on Apple Podcasts. Write a comment, send me a DM on Instagram, take a screenshot of this. I'll like to feature it on my Instagram story as well. All right. Again, I put all of this together, all my notes together, and my 2 books I've written, plus some of my webinars in a bundle called the Paulful Book Bundle. It's on the first link there. Go and get it. I also put my quotes. I have done like 100 quotes. I'm going to add it to it and get the book review in a PDF and how to apply it to your business. And you're going to get 2 of my books, 15 Secrets to Sell Anything to Anyone and Irresistible. I've sold over 10,000 copies of my book. And I will also show you how to sell digital products in all of those great stuff that you are watching, that you will get in the bundle. Let's look at what it says about ambition and desire, and then probably look at reputation. The book is so great. I don't think we're going to finish it today. All right, so I'm going to do a part 2 of this book. Let's look at what he said. Greed or ambition. He said greed or ambition drove me from $5 a week to the richest man alive. This guy used to earn only $5 a week. From that, he became the richest man in the world. He said ambition is a good thing. Some people don't like the word ambition. They say, you're too ambitious. You're too ambitious. I mean, when you're ambitious, if you create wealth, you can help the people that you love. Some of you people call you to say they have a problem. You really want to help, but you can't help because you don't have. Bible even says, you should have. You say you should work so you can have to give. They don't have. A lot of times when I have younger friends, they call me, their wife just gave birth, I would send them money, no matter how small the money is. Because the universe, the earth will not owe you. If you give, you will have. He said, affirm daily your ambitions and keep your goals alive. This is a good one. He said, daily affirm your ambitions and keep your goals alive. One of the most practical ways to keep your goals alive is to write down your sales goals and your personal goals every single day. This is the current journal that I'm using. Past journals that are as high as this. Every day I write down my goals. Every day. I do it in my journal every single day. I've done it for 12 years, including today. Then I've even taken it to another level. I've read the goal into the voice note of my phone and I listen to it. So I take walks every day. Today I have done 8,000 steps. Let me see if I can show that to you. I've done 1,000 steps today. Yesterday I did about 10,000 steps. There is no day I don't go on. I call it a prayer walk. Walking is very, very powerful because it gives you a lot of the ideas. In fact, when I'm doing my YouTube videos, when I write the outline for the video, I go on a walk and the ideas just begin to flow to me while I'm thinking about the thing that I'm going to share. Did you get that? So these are the steps. See, I've taken 9,000 steps today. Look at it. 1,000 steps today. All right. So walking is very, very powerful. While I'm walking, I'm listening to my goals. It is programming my subconscious mind. It is programming my subconscious mind. Before you know, your life begins to be, you now become like a magnet and you begin to attract into your life the people, the events, and the circumstances that can help make your dreams come true. The good thing about this book is that it's not written like you don't have to follow chapter 1, chapter 2. It's like a manual. It is like a manual, and I'll keep reading this book. It's such a great, great book. And lastly, on reputation and dignity, he said, don't scare. He said, every penny must be clean. In other words, no fraud. You must have integrity. He said, if God blesses you, return the value to society. And that's why there's still the Rockefeller Foundation today. He gave a lot of his wealth out as charity to people to help the world. He said, if God blesses you, be a blessing to other people. So you got to look for a way to be a blessing to. You can start with the small things. Surprise somebody with money today. Buy recharge card for them. Load credits in their phone. Send data to them. You can start with the little things. All right. You can start with the little things, but look for a way, give a compliment to somebody today. Give to the world. He said, lies die, but integrity endures. This is such a powerful book. I think I'm going to leave it here for now. I had a great time reading the book. I hope you would find the time to get the book yourself if you can. Also, you can read the comprehensive summary I did about the book on the link in the show notes, and it comes with 2 of my books, 15 Simple Ways to Sell Anything to Anyone. I mean, if you can't sell, you can't make money. And Irresistible, exactly how to attract your ideal customer. I make money on the internet every single day. If you get this package, you would make your first $1,000 on the internet if you get the package I'm telling you right now. And then I have 2 of my webinars there that I did that people pay up to $300 for it, but you're going to get all of that to next to nothing. Plus the review of this book, comprehensive review, and the tactical way to apply to your business, and 22 other books that I've read so far, and the summary of those books. Plus, I said I'm going to add something else for you. I'm going to give you 100 quotes that I've collected over time. I'm a quote collector. I love quotes. God bless you. I wish you all the best. Thank you for clicking the subscribe button. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for sharing. And I think we have hit 10,000 subscribers on the channel. I'm going to do I'm going to do a YouTube live answering your questions on our 1,000 subscriber. God bless you, and I appreciate you. Let's go. Boom! My name is Paul Fo. I really, really enjoy this, man. Let's go.